Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into the world of a special forces unit often regarded as one of the most formidable in all of Europe, Poland's GROM. The name GROM translates to thunder in Polish, an apt symbol for a unit that strikes swiftly and decisively before the enemy even realizes what's happening. But what exactly makes GROM so special? Why do military experts across the globe consider it part of the elite? In the following 10 points, you'll discover in-depth background information, secret facts, and fascinating anecdotes. Even insiders are often surprised. We're going far beyond the simple notion of a tough training regimen. So sit back and join me on a deep dive into the history, missions, unique culture, and the high standards this Polish Special Forces unit sets for itself. 1. The mysterious founding story. Let's start at the beginning. GROM, officially Jednostka Wojskowa GROM in Polish, meaning Military Unit GROM, was officially established on July 13, 1990. Its inception was influenced by both strategic considerations and the significant political transformation in Eastern Europe after the collapse of the Eastern Bloc. Poland wanted to modernize its military capabilities and be better prepared for international crisis scenarios. One driving force behind GROM's creation was General Sławomir Petelicki, who had close ties to Western intelligence and special operations units. He recognized that a contemporary, highly mobile anti-terror force was indispensable for a newly oriented Poland. GROM is an acronym for Grupa Reagowania Operacyjnego Manewrowego, or Group for Operational Maneuvering Response. But in Polish, GROM also means thunder, capturing the essence of a force designed to react swiftly and with decisive impact. People got a first taste of GROM's capabilities shortly after its founding, when the unit was involved in international operations, particularly during Operation Most, which involved covert cooperation between Poland and Israel. These early missions showed that Poland could assemble and deploy a top-tier unit capable of international cooperation, something previously associated with major NATO states. 2. The link to the Cichociemni, Poland's legendary paratroopers. A fascinating aspect of GROM's identity is its direct lineage from the Cichociemni. These were Polish Special Operations paratroopers active during World War II, operating covertly. From exile in Great Britain, the Cichociemni parachuted into Nazi-occupied Poland to support the resistance with weapons, intelligence, and guerrilla warfare. GROM views itself as the modern-day successor to these WBO2 heroes, and this is far from an empty statement. The symbols and traditions of the Cichociemni are woven into GROM's culture. Many GROM soldiers wear insignia and emblems that pay tribute to these stealthy paratroopers. This link is vital for morale and the code of honor. Courage, independence, rapid response, and the willingness to operate in extreme conditions for country and comrades alike. In a way, the idea of a covert Polish Special Forces unit was born back in World War II, and GROM has carried that legacy into the 21st century. It's more than a historical connection. It shapes the modern soldier's sense of purpose within GROM. 3. Elite through multidisciplinarity, much more than physical might. When people think of special forces, they often imagine hyper-fit operators capable of surviving extreme conditions. Of course, GROM demands high levels of physical fitness, but the real difference lies in the broad range of specialized skills within the unit. Besides essential explosives and weapons specialists, GROM includes IT experts, linguists, medical professionals, and psychologists. GROM must be prepared to adapt to unexpected situations where brute strength is just one piece of the puzzle. Sometimes they need personnel who can quickly interpret foreign dialects, or specialists who can break through advanced electronic security systems. It's this interdisciplinarity that enables GROM to operate efficiently in dense urban settings, desert environments, or mountainous regions. Because so many skills are integrated into a closely knit team, the unit can rapidly respond to emerging threats or crisis scenarios anywhere in the world. 4. Highly secretive and internationally connected. Another key element of GROM's status as an elite force is its close cooperation with renowned international special forces. Early in the 1990s, GROM members trained in Israel to gain expertise from some of the world's top anti-terror units. Later on, they participated in joint exercises with the U.S. Delta Force, Navy SEALs, and the UK's Special Air Service, SAS. These global connections also influence GROM's operational profile. They're prepared for combined operations requiring precise coordination, unified hand signals, and common procedures, essential for modern counterterrorism and crisis management across nations. This international network is invaluable. As for their missions, GROM is wrapped in a cloak of secrecy. Many of their operations, whether in the Balkans, Iraq, or Afghanistan, were only acknowledged years later, if at all, in fleeting media reports or military publications. This is because GROM values confidentiality as part of its identity. The mission takes priority over any public fame. 5. Sila I Honor. Strength and honor. One of GROM's defining features is its motto, Sila I Honor, which translates to strength and honor. While it might sound straightforward, it carries deep significance within GROM. Honor here refers not just to martial virtues, but also to ethical conduct. In other words, the unit places a high value on responsibility. They're drilled to remain composed under any circumstance and to minimize harm to innocent people. This ethical perspective sets them apart from mercenary groups or units driven solely by brute force. Sila I Honor isn't just a motto on a badge. It's a way of thinking, mental fortitude, integrity, moral values, and mutual respect. In high-stakes situations where decisions involve life or death and split-second choices, such principles form an indispensable guiding framework. 6. Spectacular yet secret missions. From the Balkans to the Middle East, though GROM remains tight-lipped, numerous myths and stories circulate about their operations. During the Yugoslav wars in the 1990s, GROM reportedly helped track down and arrest high-level war criminals, missions that were fraught with danger and political complexity. These fugitives were often hiding in remote areas or protected by local militias. It's also known that GROM worked alongside U.S. Special Forces during the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Their tasks were not just classic raids, but also targeted operations against terror networks, locating weapon caches, or providing security for high-profile politicians and diplomats. While public attention often focused on more famous U.S. or British units, GROM quietly operated in the background, earning substantial respect from NATO partners. Insiders describe a Polish Special Forces unit that can match the global heavyweights when it comes to efficiency and professionalism. 7. Top-tier medical expertise and rigorous psychological selection. One aspect that distinguishes GROM from other elite units is its advanced medical competence. Historically, the Polish army has stressed the importance of well-trained medics, but GROM takes this to the next level. Each team includes personnel skilled far beyond typical combat first aid. Some GROM medics are said to be capable of minor surgical procedures in extreme field conditions. There's also an intense psychological vetting process. Physical fitness or technical prowess alone won't cut it. GROM requires operators who can make split-second, rational decisions under extreme stress while keeping emotional control, even when it's a matter of life or death. Empathy plays a role as well. Operating in crowded city centers or during hostage rescues often involves interacting with civilians. You can't just rush in guns blazing. This blend of grit, intellect, and emotional intelligence exemplifies what some call the next generation of special operations forces. 8. Women in the unit, an underestimated factor. Special forces are commonly seen as a male domain, but GROM does include female members. Precise numbers or specific roles aren't publicly disclosed, yet it's clear that GROM values skill and expertise above all else, gender notwithstanding. Women can play crucial roles in intelligence gathering, cybersecurity, or interrogations, sometimes blending in more seamlessly than men to obtain critical information. Their presence also enhances team cohesion. At GROM, what counts most is proficiency, not gender. Since diverse capabilities can be life-saving on the battlefield, each talent is recognized and harnessed. This fosters a culture of respect, wherein diversity is not merely a buzzword but a practical reality. 9. The Israeli-influenced top-level anti-terror training. A key element of GROM's prowess is the early partnership with Israeli special forces, particularly Sayeret Matkal. Given Israel's geopolitical situation, it has decades of experience in counterterrorism tactics. Those lessons had a substantial impact on GROM's development. Hostage rescue, diffusing high-threat urban scenarios, and aircraft security are just a few training areas GROM absorbed from the Israeli side. Over time, British and American strategies also shaped GROM's approach, resulting in a broad and highly effective tactical repertoire. The ability to fuse different military cultures' techniques and employ them situationally makes GROM a formidable wild card in anti-terror operations. Secret symbolism and strong camaraderie. Finally, we come to one of the factors that fuels the mystique around GROM: secrecy. Despite operating globally, public information on their structure and specific missions is sparse. Even in Poland, people often learn only years later, if at all, what the unit has actually done. In addition to its official emblem, an eagle alongside GROM, there are numerous internal badges, rituals, and ceremonies largely unknown to outsiders. These contribute to a sense of unity within the unit. GROM members view themselves as a tight-knit team where loyalty and confidentiality are paramount. Inevitably, the myths about GROM, ranging from seemingly impossible missions to rumors of secret training camps and mysterious tattoos, thrive in this information vacuum. But behind all those legends stands a highly modern, exceptionally trained unit that proudly draws on its roots and continually tests its own limits in service of Poland's interests and international security. Final thoughts. These 10 points merely scratch the surface of GROM's complex reality. The unit is more than just a military force. It's a symbol of a modern, self-confident Poland forging a new path after the Cold War. By integrating lessons from top international units, embracing deep historical traditions, and maintaining a steadfast commitment to operating under extreme pressure, GROM has earned its place among the world's special forces elite. If you found this deep dive fascinating, you can see why GROM is held in such high esteem, both within and beyond Eastern Europe. Whether deploying with the thunderous impact of their namesake or moving as a silent shadow in covert missions, GROM embodies a rare blend of tradition, innovation, and camaraderie. And that is precisely what sets them apart.